This video is over the procedure of solving by factoring. So the first step is we always have to have it set equal to 0. So we're going to subtract 20 on both sides. We are wanting to get 0 on one side so that we can use the zero product property to solve. We can't subtract 20 directly from either of the other two terms because they are not like terms, so we're just putting it next to it. So now that it's equal to 0, we are going to use our box method. So we are going to draw the x, draw the box, before starting to factor, it's a good idea to label your coefficients a, b, and c. So remember, on the top of the x, you have a times c, and on the bottom of the x, you have b. And you're going to multiply to the top term and add to the bottom term. So when we multiply a times c, we get negative 40. And then b is 6. So we're looking for two terms that add to negative 4, or multiply to negative 40 and add to 6. And those two terms are 10 and negative 4. So our final step, our next step is filling in the box. So it goes first term, first box. Last term, last box. And the whole reason we did this x was to get these two terms that are going to go on the diagonal. So you can fill in any order you want. I'm going to put a 10 and a negative 4. And then with both of those, we need to put x's. So looking at the top row, the greatest common factor is a 2x. So I'm going to factor out a 2x. And 2x times x gives me that 2x. 2x times 5 gives me the 10x. And negative 4 times x gives me negative 4x. And negative 4 times 10 gives me negative 20. So I know I did it right. So then we are going to take the edges of the box and we are going to create our factors. And we're going to set those factors equal to 0 because the equation was set equal to 0 to begin with. And all we've done is change this equation into factored form, so it's still equal to 0. We're then going to use our zero product property, and we are going to set each of these factors equal to 0. So I'm going to split it up. So we'll take 2x minus 4, set it equal to 0. And x plus 5 and set it equal to 0. So our final step finally is solving both of these for x. So we're going to add 4 to both sides, so we'll get 2x equals 4. And divide by 2. So our first answer is x equals 2. Our second factor, we're going to subtract 5 on both sides. So 0 minus 5 is negative 5. So our second x is x equals negative 5. So if we were to graph this parabola, our two x-intercepts would be at 2 and at negative 5. So that is the breakdown of solving by factoring. So hopefully this video will be helpful in the future.